Do you feel stuck in your guitar solos? Right? You know some of the shapes, you know some of the scales, but it just sounds like rambling. You're not really saying much. Right, there's something very specific that's happening here. Let's address it and let's fix it. If you do not know, my name is Ryan Gaughan. I've been helping hundreds of guitar players for the last 20 years break out of that boring guitar solo plateau that we all get into and really bridge the gap between their creative ideas and what they're able to play. If you would, please hit the subscribe and bell notification to get more videos on how to make your guitar playing better. This is where we are in this plateau. Is we're trying to memorize our way into a conversation. Right? So imagine you're learning another language. And if you can learn simple phrases and change them a little bit, let's say, hello, do you know where the library is? Hello, do you know where the bathroom is? Hello, do you know where the restaurant is? Perfect. Now we're starting to say something with very little, but we understand it. And we can probably say it the way that we actually want to, because we're not memorizing it. We learned what that phrase means and learned how to say it. Let's pick another one. Hello there, how was your day? Hello there, how was your morning? Hello there, how was your week? Right? Very similar phrase. We're saying it a few different ways. Now I have a few options that I can put together to create one longer phrase, and I'm not getting lost by trying to memorize my way through it. When I go to Europe, I try to memorize a little bit of a paragraph to say before the gig starts. And if I don't know it, I haven't actually learned it, and I'm just memorizing it, it just doesn't come out correctly, and I forget it very easily. So this is what we're going to do. Instead of taking an entire scale and saying, ooh, this doesn't sound very good, I need more, okay, give me Dorian, right? Let's move on to Lydian. And no, hang on. Let's not even take all of Ionian. Let's just take these two strings, bottom two strings. We have in A major, A Ionian, we have 5-7-9, 5-7-9. And scale degree wise, that is 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Just take a couple of phrases on the bottom string, a couple of phrases on the second string, and start putting them together. Start putting them together. If I have this, cool. And what I'm doing there is just taking those three words, those three notes, and mixing and matching them a little bit to come up with something cool, right? Take another one. Cool. Now we're starting to see how the slightest change can really refresh that lick in only 3 notes. So I don't really need... Right? Oh my gosh, I'm getting lost. Of course we are. Right? We're just adding a bunch of needless words or needless notes. Let's just back it down to those 3 and then those 3 and get really creative. A bunch of ways to do this. If I throw on a metronome, right, I can just play something a little bit creative with those 3 notes. How is that going to happen? Tap your foot, right, with that metronome, play a couple notes on the foot tap, a couple notes not on the foot tap. So there's my foot tap. Now I can do the same thing on the next string. Cool. All right. Can mix and match a little bit. Cool. Now I'm starting to say something just within those 2 strings. All right. That is going to be super beneficial. We are saying a lot with few words. Now, when we get to our favorite guitar players, whether it's Joe Satriani or Steve Vai, whether it's, Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan, whatever your genre of choice is, you see people playing really fast. They're doing really cool techniques. They're sweep picking, right? They're tapping. Whatever it is, they're just playing fast and amazing. What they can do is play slow and musically with just a couple of notes. So that everything that they're adding, whether it's more scales, more of like heavy theory, sweep picking, jazz enclosures, whatever it is that they're doing, it means something because they've started with, hello, how's your day? Do you know where the library is? They started there and they built instead of trying to memorize and saying, oh, I don't know, that's not enough to have a conversation and memorize more, right? If I were to forget that one paragraph in a different language, there is no way that I can memorize what to say. If 4 or 5 phrases is too much to memorize, right? 10 phrases is going to be, it's like the rest of the Ionian scale, right? 50 phrases is certainly going to be, right? That's trying to learn Ionian all across the fretboard. 100 phrases, that's trying to learn all of the modes and how they work over the chords. Let's start to say a lot with a little and build our vocabulary from there. Got a good framework to start from the beginning. Now, the best part too is if you are a little bit more advanced from this point, right? Then just start expanding your comfort range. If that's a little too condensed, consolidated, right? Small, start moving it around. Right, covering a little bit more ground. I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to start here, and then we can cover more ground in that scale, add the next scale, right? If I wanted to move on, I could have, right, and move to a B Dorian and do the same thing. Right. Cool. Am I starting to create something that sounds like music? Yes. Let's move on to the 2 strings. All right. Right. Following my rhythmic rule of some notes on the foot tap, some notes not on the foot tap. Right. You get really good and really creative. Where do we go from there? If we're just focusing on these 2 strings, what we can always do, if we're just going to stay within one modal tonal center, right? This is sort of the last part of this lesson, is not every note, just like not every word, is created equally. So if I can come up with some cool rhythms and really understand what I'm saying musically, right, in a couple of strings, we have to know within a scale what those notes mean. Okay, so if you're putting on a backing track or just playing to one chord for now, if I was going to do Ionian, I would say just play to A major. Record yourself, or get a looper and start playing, right? And realize that root note, that 1 is going to sound the most settled, right? The 2 is going to push this conversation along. The 3 is going to sound a little colorful. Right? It's going to sit pretty nicely in that chord. Cool. The 4 is going to push the conversation along a little bit more, as well as the 6. Kind of wants to push. My 7 is really going to want to get me back to the root note. Every note is different, right? And every note should be treated differently in the scale. So now what we have is cool rhythmic phrases that we get to say with just a couple of notes. And then realizing that each note that we land on, the end of the phrase, is going to have a little bit of a different meaning, right? So if you want to do it with Ionian, you can get the feel of how those notes interact with the entire tonal center, and then move, if you're ready, to another mode and really figure those out, And what's really cool is, if we're in Ionian, right? If I do the same thing in Lydian, all of the notes have the same interaction with the tonal center, except we don't have a 4. We now have a sharp 4. And that's going to react differently to the tonal center than the 4 did. But the other notes are going to sit in that chord, right? Because we're just going to deal with one chord for now the same way. Oh, that's cool. So I don't have to relearn the entire scale. Why? Because we learned how to use Ionian. We did not memorize how to use Ionian and then have to go and try to memorize how to use Lydian. Same thing with Mixolydian now, right? All of those notes, my color, right? The color that sits nicely in that chord, right? My 4 is still going to push. My 2 is still going to push. My 1 is always going to be my final place. That 6 is going to push a little bit, kind of wants to push to the 1 as well. And that 5 is going to have a nice strong tone with the tonal center. It's why my power chords are always root note 5. Well, what's the different one? My flat 7. It's not the 7 that always wants to push me to the root note. Now what we have is a flat 7. Sounds a bit darker than the natural 7. But all of the other notes are exactly the same because we learned how to use Ionian. Then when we switch to Mixolydian, we just have to adapt the one note, right? It's the beautiful part about music. We do the same thing with the minors. So that is the full lesson. Let's learn how to say a lot with just a couple of notes on 1 string, move to 2 strings, move to 3 strings, and then start noticing what those notes, especially the ones that we're ending the phrases on, those are going to be the most important notes, that we're ending our phrases and how they interact with the harmonic landscape, and trying to stick for right now with the chord, the 1 chord of whatever mode it is that you're working on, which is why I was using A and just doing it for A Ionian, Then you can just do A and do it for A Lydian. Then you just do A, right, and do it for A Mixolydian, okay? You can move on, right? B minor maybe, do B Dorian. B minor, do the same thing, try to come up with some cool stuff for natural minor, right? B minor, try to come up with the same thing for Phrygian. Right? It's going to have a lot of cool interaction, right? Only a couple of notes different from one mode to the next. And then we get a little bit more expansive, which I think is really cool. If I start adding 2 chords, it's like, all right, the 6 sounds a little different over my 1 chord than it does over my 4 chord. Now I get to be a little bit more expressive, right? But I can't get there if I don't know how to do the first step in this lesson. So try it and do let me know how it goes. Again, slowly. Start from the beginning of these examples, the beginning of the lesson, and go through this slowly. So, my friends, we don't need more scales to say more, right? We just need to learn how to use them. And most guitarists, because they don't need those scales, they need a system to help them get there. So, if you're watching this, you want to break out of that really boring guitar solo plateau that we all get into, really bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you were able to play. I have 2 resources down there in the description. One is a free training, 3 steps to full fretboard fluency. It's going to show you with the minor pentatonic, a very easy scale, how to start making music and saying something. Music is a language. The guitar is just the voice that we're singing or speaking that language through. You can check that out. I would love to know what you think. Then if you feel ready to join our Fretboard Fluency Mentorship Program, there's a link to book a free consultation call if you're truly ready to make that next step and really, really reach your guitar playing goals. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.